Good afternoon. It is Amber, and I am live from the camper in the Branson, Missouri Lakeside RV Park. So today I just got done kind of working out, and I decided we need to talk about salt because really we just kind of need to have a discussion. This is one simple thing you can do to improve your dietary habits without compromising taste. So we have two kinds of salt here that we use. We have kosher salt and we have pink Himalayan salt. But before I talk about these, I want to talk about other salts. The typical salt, the salt that's at your restaurant, the salt that is typically in your house, you know, the one that we all know of, the one we grew up on, everything. Hey, Lisa Ann. Lisa Ann rocked it out at the gym today with her 5-rep thruster. She was killing it today. Good job. Anyway, iodized salt, table salt. That's what we all know it as. It's real fine. You know, we were told when we were younger that that's how we get our iodine. Well, that's great, but anything that's processed and refined, and you know how refined a salt is just based on the grinding of it, and so iodized salt is really, really fine. They have all kinds of additives in it, and they also add an additive, one of them, that keeps it from clumping. So that's why you can spill a salt shaker any time of year, and you will never see it clump. So anyway, added preservatives. There's no natural iodine in it because it's an additive, and you don't want any of that in your system because it's like trying to think of a good analogy. You know, like oil in a car, you want to put in the best oil possible for your car, but if you threw in water to try to do the same function, it's just not going to work. So natural iodine is what you want. You don't want the additive iodine that's in table salt. It is terrible for you because it goes straight to your thyroid. And you know how many people have thyroid problems and they struggle with their weight and their metabolism and things like these? A simple step of just changing your salt can help those things. So we don't want to use the table salt. You can get natural iodine from eggs, dairy, fish, some grains, like the right kind of grains, which you want whole grains, and sometimes even unsprouted grains. Seafood, like tuna. And if you want to know this fun fact, you can get your 2,000% recommended daily allowance from one sheet of seaweed. There you go. You don't need table salt. You just go eat a bunch of seaweed and you're golden. Actually, I would rather eat eggs and tuna and things like that. And then you have sea salt. I like sea salt. I just don't have any here. I know we've got some at work because I've gotten it. And sea salt is another salt that's out there. Comes from obviously the sea. Sometimes, but you don't know. You want to find a natural sea salt because sea salt can either come from this ocean or it can actually come from mineral deposits in the ground. So you're not really sure, and there is unrefined and refined sea salt. You don't want the refined because then you're getting preservatives and additives again. Unrefined sea salt doesn't have those things in it, and it's more of a natural salt. You're going to get those mineral traces that your body needs. So keep that in mind. Sea salt is good. Now, unrefined will have your sodium and your magnesium and your calcium and your potassium already in it, and it's really good at alkalining your body. So there's sea salt. Comes from evaporation. Okay. Then we have Himalayan salt. This is what we primarily use. It's got these crystals, pink crystals, and it's a grinder top. So with pink Himalayan salt, it comes from obviously the Himalayan mountains. They mine it underneath about 5,000 feet in the Himalayas, out in, I think it's like Persia or somewhere. So over there, and that's where it comes. Himalayan salt has many, many traces of good minerals for your body. This one's all natural, which is what you want. And Himalayan salt is really good for people who struggle with sinus issues. It regulates your pH of your body, which is important, and it'll help with all the metabolism issues that you need. They have links to it with bone health and strength. So remember, it's good for sinuses, can help promote good sinus issues. No additives. It's like 99% pure. This is great. We use this on French fries. We use this on anything that you would just use your table salt for. We use this, and you can adjust the grinding on these things. So you can make it finer. I like that you can do that, because sometimes I don't want the chunky rock Himalayan salt on my food. I like the taste, but I don't want to eat chunks of it. So I will use the finer. You can get the grinders with the finer grinds on it. And then there's kosher salt. I like kosher salt. Our friend Sharky, which I know he'll watch this later, he introduced us to kosher salt. And kosher salt is coarser. Kosher salt is, hey, Katie Lou Bob, she's watching. That's my boss. That's the best boss I've ever had in my life. Katie Lou. So kosher salt's good. It's white. This is a very good one. It's got the good unrefined in there too. And of course, the Jewish make it kosher, which is great. This is also good for meats if you're trying to or bring out moisture in your meats. This is good for that too. I like this on my popcorn because it's like a seasoning, almost like a garnish. That's what I really like about it. So this has no iodine in it, which we don't need. Most people use kosher salt for cooking. So I do. I use this for all my cooking. This is for my garnishing on already food that's prepared. What I personally do, this or sea salt. And then this is my actual cooking salt. So if I'm making baking, whatever, this is what I use. Oh, Kate, you're amazing. Katie Lou is amazing. I need to come up to Springfield. I actually thought I was coming up to Springfield on Thursday for a job, but I'm not coming. But I still need to schedule a time. Come see you. So anyway, I just wanted to give you some ideas about salt, because if I was going to tell anyone today what would be the first steps I would take to start eating for my hormones, here are my first 3 things that you can do. You won't even notice the taste. It won't change. If you just change these 3 things to start, you're already on the right path. I would change my salt. Pitch your table salt. If you have a thyroid issue and you need the iodine, get your iodine from eggs, dairy, tuna. Yogurt's a good one. Do yogurt. Do the seaweed if you're into seaweed. And then the other one that was real good, I think, was tuna. I wrote it down. What did I say? But that's how you can get your iodine, so don't stress over it. You don't want the unnatural iodine. It screws up with your thyroid. You want to be pumping your thyroid with the correct iodine, not the other, because that's where all your weight issues are coming from. Plus, you want proper metabolism, which comes from your thyroid, and you want proper pH balance in your body. So, I would change my salt, and I would change my oil. I would ditch all my canola oil, my vegetable oil, all those things. I would be using avocado oil. Really, if you're going to substitute out vegetable oil and canola oil, the only way to go, in my opinion, is avocado oil. I know it's more expensive, but I promise you, it will make a world of difference in your health just right off the bat. You're not going to taste the difference. It fries up the same. It's got a higher heat content, so it fries up better, in my opinion. And you bake with it. I don't care if you go buy Betty Crocker mix, but you will not even notice the difference in your baking. So and then the other thing I would do is up my water intake. That's all. Those are the 3 things I would do. Change my salt, change my oil, and drink more water. So anyway, that's my tip for today. We are going to grill some filet mignon that we got from the local meat store and enjoy the rest of the day, because I got to go back to work tomorrow. So anyway, I will catch you guys later. Yes, Kate, we're going to go check out our breweries. We like that. So anyway, have a great day, guys.